Hi guys, it's Vivi, and today I will be playing another 15 plus 10 chess game in chess.com. Once again, that is the time control I usually use. Okay, so we're playing fact today. My goal is to get, let's just say over 1535, and yeah, if I win this game, I'll plus 8 rating points. I'm going with the Queen's Gambit right now. They played c5, so I can either defend, move forward, or ignore. Ignore, not necessarily something I want, because I don't want to take back with the queen. My queen would be attacked. If I were to defend, I would have to move my knight into the center, and I could get attacked. So the most reasonable move is e3. d5 would have also been a possibility, but I don't think that would have been the best move. Okay, black just played e6, and looks like d5 is some sort of move that they're going to play. Honestly, I could just continue with my normal development. I will most likely play knight c3, just because I want to have more control over the d5 square. And if they do play d5, I think I could play, well, d5. C takes c5. And yeah, I think I would just play that, so I don't think I need to overthink it too much. Okay, black played g6, and right now looks like they're going to play bishop g7 on their next move. Their pawn structure really isn't the best because it just shows the weakness on the dark squares, and the I can't say badly placed because the light squared bishop can go to b7, but it's just not ideal because there are so many holes. So let's find a way to make use of those. Maybe I can play knight f3 for now, and what? Just play knight f3 for now, and go for bishop e2, and play knight e5. That looks like it would be good. Okay, black played bishop g7, developing their bishop, and knight e5 right now doesn't look like the best because it can get attacked with d6, and I really don't want that right now. However, I could just develop my bishop and see what would follow up. After I develop my bishop, I need to remember that d5 is also still an option. C takes d5, e takes d5, and then perhaps d takes c5 isn't the worst. So I'm going to go with bishop d7, castles, and bishop e2. Just going for the piece development. Okay, knight a6. And then knight a6 will go to b4. Something like that. Or it's just defending the c5 pawn. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Our position is fine as it is. And I should just castle in this position to get my king to safety. Okay, knight to c7, and looks like maybe they're backing up d5. But even if they do that, it's nothing special. Now the c5 pawn is hanging. I just need to see if I should be taking it or not. I think taking is a pretty good move, just because after bishop queen e7, sorry, like I technically can't really defend it, so I'm not 100% sure. But and like I don't really want to move my center pawn out. Maybe I could try something like knight b5. If the knight takes, pawn takes, then what? I technically moved one of my pawns outside the center, but I'm making way for my bishop to go to c4. Okay, d5 is possible, so I don't want to lose that center control. Maybe e4 would be a good move, but in this position, it doesn't seem like something I want to do. Let's think. So, knight c7. Our plan is to take more control over the center. However, right now, our position is sort of telling us otherwise. Our position is very restricted. If I were to play knight e5 in this position, d6 would be a possibility, and I could like play d takes c5 or something like that. Okay, e4, I've been thinking about this for a while. This d4 pawn would go unprotected, but maybe it's worth it because I want to get some sort of attack into this position. Okay, black plays c takes d4, my only move, knight takes d4, and let's see how it goes. Okay, knight takes e4, it's a sacrifice to win back this knight on d4. Let's double check if they made a mistake. They probably didn't, but it's always good to double check. C takes e4, bishop takes d4, and then what? Okay, taking the knight, bishop takes knight. Honestly, If I do ignore it, I'm still down a pawn anyways, and I don't know if ignoring it would be the right move in this position, just because it's not as easy to play out, I feel like. Like, my bishop is hanging, so my bishop is hanging. If I were to play bishop e3, then I would get a double c-pawn, which is something I absolutely do not want. So I'm going to take, bishop takes, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now the b2 pawn is being attacked. I'm going to be playing bishop b4 right now. It attacks this bishop and also this rook, so I think that's an advantage for me. And if the rook does go to e8, I can play knight d6, which is pretty nice. Okay, bishop to b2, and I'm pretty sure I can just attack this bishop. Okay, this pawn moved up and attacked my knight. The thing is, I can capture this bishop. If they capture my knight, I can capture their rook, and I would technically be up and a minor exchange, or like a minor piece. Not a minor piece, but a minor piece exchange. So, like, obviously I'm gonna go for it. D takes e4, and obviously, okay, I can't take the queen because the rook takes and it gets out of my attack. So I'm gonna take the rook first. Queen trade, queen take. And now I'm basically up a piece. They just have a bunch of pawns they can use. I'm stuck with this bishop. I would have preferred the dark squared bishop because black has a lot of weak dark squares, but since this is what I am left with, I shall play with it. So I just want to go into their position right now. I'm stopping them from playing bishop d7, so rook d8 check is a possibility, and just winning their pawns, and yeah, our position is just winning right now. Okay, knight a6, and maybe they're trying to go to knight c5, maybe knight b4. It's irrelevant because it's not that big of a threat. Biggest threat is attacking this a2 pawn, which is definitely not something that I'm worried about. I want to pin this bishop to the rook and then to put pressure on it. It's kind of hard right now because my rook can't go to the d7 square, and once I check, the king can go to e7, and my rooks are forced to be on the same file, so rook d8 check might not be the best move right now. Honestly, rook d8, if king e7, I'm just gonna play straight up rook d7 check, sacrificing my rook, but gaining the rook back, so basically exchanging a piece. And it's important to remember that in endgames, when you are up a minor piece exchange, trading pieces is always in your advantage. Well, 99% of the time is in your advantage, because it's not how many pieces you capture, let's say, but how many pieces are left on the board. And the less pieces of your opponents that can defend you, the better. So obviously trading would be the right option. So rook 1d7 is what I'm thinking about right now. Bishop would kind of be, not necessarily be forced to take, but they could just not take at all, and I would not be better. But if they do take, then it's good for me because it's a trade. Okay, so king f6. Yeah, I guess it didn't do as big of a threat as I thought it would, but maybe I'm gonna play c5, just attacking this knight. It's kind of tough position though. And once the knight takes, I can play rook c7, putting pressure onto this bishop, and it's basically lost. Okay, knight c5 like predicted, and this should be good. Okay, bishop d7 was played, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure they just lose their rook, so I can capture that. Okay, bishop c6, and it looks like I can play rook f8, just attacking this f7 pawn. Oh, okay, knight d7 is played. Stops my threats from before. Okay, here. Okay, I see a pin that I can play. Bishop takes, and then bishop b5. Pin. King takes, rook takes here. Okay, king moved away. I'm just gonna move my bishop back. Okay, and my opponent resigned. So, reasonable for them to resign. I was up material. I had no blunders, 3 mistakes, probably some of mine, some of theirs. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck on your chess games.